Fast cars, fast service. Visit lebhobbies.com. Hello everybody, how you doing? Time for some news. We have quite a bit of news this week, happy to say. So we're going to start off with Slot Car Man Cave. Him, he's a guy in Canada, and he makes some pretty interesting, cool products. You can find him on Facebook. You can find him on Instagram as well, Slot Car Man Cave. He has a safety cone street light that goes, plugs into their clips into the side of Carrera track, and you can put a light there. He's got the light on a pole, but this is really kind of the bottom of the pole, or I guess it's a complete light if you buy them that way too, probably. So it's a printed 3-color cone, the black part that slides into the track that snaps into the Carrera track, and then there's white and orange on there as well. Makes a pretty interesting little model of a street cone, and then a light pole coming out of it. It's awesome, creative stuff that, frankly, I don't think we would be getting if this was kind of your typical larger company. This is it's a pretty interesting product, I have to say. So there you go, Slot Car Man Cave. Check them out. We have some arrivals. Yeah, we'll do those first. Some arrivals from Carrera. There's a bunch of cars, and oh baby, every one of these looks like a keeper as far as I'm concerned. There are 2 McLarens that you see here, kind of a black one and kind of a black one. Anyway, you see here, beautiful looking cars, that's for sure. Carrera's releases are just really incredible these days. The quality and the finish is absolutely amazing. 2 modern BMWs coming at you live. Again, both of these definitely different looks on the BMW, the modern one. And wow, I honestly think both of them look fantastic. Although I am partial to the Macintosh one because of the car stereo stuff that I did when I was in college. Anyway, yeah. A very fat fendered BMW that, boy, this looks absolutely amazing. Yes. Again, another really good looking car from Carrera. Now, obviously, you know, the bigger BMW, it adds a tremendous amount of detail, but, you know, you're going to have a lot of back end on the car. So this car is going to be slidey, but probably worth it to keep the magnet in it and go with God. A C8R, that's the silver with white and red, kind of the third car into the series, I guess you would say, one of the team cars that gets raced much less frequently than, frankly, the other ones that we're normally seeing on the track. I personally like this one the best, I think, though. So, in any case, sideways arrivals. There are we talked about the Celicas that are already here. I think we talked about those last week. I am hopeful I get a sample of that shortly, like actually today, right about the time this video goes live. I believe I should be getting a sample. Also, car I'm not getting a sample of, but boy, this is a beautiful looking car. The GTE Ford in the historic livery on this car. Man, yeah, really great stuff from Sideways these days. Scalextric showing off a really beautiful, very Rubenesque, another kind of big bottom car, you'd say, I guess. A Jaguar that will be available soon, or maybe available now. I think it's available soon. This is not the first livery on this car, of course, but I think it's a perfect car for Scalextric to make, and I think it's really great that they make some core market classic cars for them. It's great stuff. We have the NSR Lola T280 and T290 I think. It's like a short tailish and a long tailish. There's a bit of difference between the two. I think that this car is going to be the hot car. I mean, this is really the new car that NSR has announced for this year. I do expect this car to sell extremely quickly when it does arrive. It's coming in the 4 colors that you see here, I believe. And although these are, I think, just kind of bodies in plastic, I don't think they're actually a paint finish, although they certainly could be. To me, it just looks like a body in plastic because these are, I believe, still at the prototype stage. Regardless, this is going to be their real hot car this year. And yes, I'm sure we're going to see a white kit. Yes, I'm sure we're going to see painted liveries on this car, even if you might not see them at first. Relax, guys. They're coming. It's all good. We also have Avant slot with 4 different Toyota Yaris coming. The rally cars that you see here. I'm really partial to the one that's kind of in the camo with that's the black body. I do like my flat black cars. Black body with red and white on it. I think it looks absolutely incredible. The other 3 cars look amazing too. And great stuff coming from Avant slot. They have a really interesting line this year. And I think we're going to be getting some pretty cool stuff coming from them. Fly with 2 interesting new cars coming. They're coming out with yet another Renault 5. This one from Monte Carlo from 1981. And get ready for it. Yes, a Ken Block car that you see here. I am very happy to see people finally doing some Ken Block cars or doing more Ken Block cars. We can never have too many. And yes, we're in a good time in the hobby when we're getting a Spanish company making a Ken Block slot car. It's absolutely fantastic, folks. One more thing to make note of. I will be doing an interview with Maurizio from Slot It, Policar, Galileo Engineering. Very soon. He and I had a call the other day. We talked about a whole lot of things, and great to catch up with him. As you all know, I do some social media work for them, and it was just nice to catch up with him, and we talked about a whole lot of topics. So one of the things he said is that he wanted us to do an interview again soon, and I think it's a great idea. So hopefully, probably in the next week or so, I'm going to be recording an interview with him. That'll be published fairly soon. I do expect that this weekend, I do hope to do a live stream on Sunday, and I will be doing a video with some slot car cases, like carry cases, that arrived from Power Hobby. That video I'm going to be doing, I believe, on Saturday, and then I'll be publishing it early next week. So there we go. So stay with me through the racing and show news, and I will have a rant about very current topics. Come back after this. Alrighty, guys, welcome back. So I did want to discuss a topic that I kind of mentioned in a short the other day. This is not, my approach to this is not a political one, because I'm not talking about at all about the wisdom of doing tariffs. I'm simply reporting on what I've been told by now 4 companies. I've gotten replies overnight since I did this short about this topic from 4 major companies. And while I'm not mentioning them by name, they all said essentially the same thing, because they all expect to have tariffs charged to them when they land goods here in the U.S. If the cars, specifically in this case, are made in China. That's just how these things work, folks. So one of the people told me that the toy industry has been lobbying to have toys, shockingly so, not included in tariffed goods that come into the U.S. because, and this is a question I asked actually Vice President Vance when he visited the U.S., was about tariffs and where tariffs are levied and how they look at the use of tariffs. And it was this answer that he always gives, but this actually was an answer that a question that I asked him at a press conference here during a campaign stop during the campaign last fall, because I work for a newspaper, and I was able to ask him a question. It was pretty cool, actually. So what I expect, we don't know the full extent of the tariffs. And again, I'm not talking about politics here. I'm just talking about the fact that every one of these people, 1, expects them to happen, and 2, has said that all of the goods that get brought into the U.S. they are expecting to have a tariff levied on them, and that tariff is going to be passed along to consumers. Let me stress again, I'm not talking politics here, guys. This is simple economics 101. And yeah, so it's unfortunate because, and this is a little more of the editorial part, it is unfortunate for the hobby because it means that a car that, is already $70, let's say, or $80, let's say, is going to go up quite a bit. It might go up to just over $100. A thought might be to buy the slot cars now that you see for sale now. I would assume that the prices on the new goods, hopefully only the new goods, will go up, and that's what retailers pass along. But again, that's above my pay grade, as they say, because I am not a retailer myself. I do not set prices anymore. So, in any case, again, I'm not talking about politics here, guys. Just simple what's going on behind the scenes. You may not have heard it yet. You may not see it yet. Well, you haven't seen it yet. But if everything goes the way all of these companies do expect to happen, this is what will be happening very, very soon. On that cheery note, yeah, what else do I have? I have a bunch of cars to open. I'm very happy that folks liked the video that I did, the unboxing of the Scalextric set. I have a couple other sets, yes, that I will be doing unboxings with very soon, including one that I just got from Scalextric. It's been a pretty incredible week for samples that got to me. I will be sending some folks, passing some cars along for other YouTubers here in the U.S. to review, because, you got to spread the wealth around. In any case, thank you very much, folks. Hopefully I will see you on Sunday if I do the live stream, and you'll see the video about the slot car boxes early next week. See you again, folks.